If you think meditation is only about sitting still and communing with the universe, you'd be mistaken, because this here is one of the most effective moving meditations I've ever found. It's not for everybody, but if you're a chronic overthinker, neurodivergent, ADHD, a person whose brain won't shut up on command, or an Enneagram 5, then this might be for you.
Right from the top, we're going to start thinking about our uppercuts. That means keeping those elbows in front of the body and not scooping down.
I know you came here to see. If you a freak, then you come on with me.
Roll through those uppercuts. Control.
If traditional meditation has ever felt like a personal failure, like everyone else gets it but me, I want to offer a different frame. Some nervous systems don't calm down by getting quiet, they calm down by getting into action. And that's because some neurological types are already too far in their heads and they need to get out of their head and into their body. In my book, The Issues Are in the Tissues, I briefly mentioned a VR fitness app called Supernatural. At the time, I loved it mostly as cardio. What I didn't expect was that it would turn into one of the most reliable moving meditation practices I've ever had. And that surprised me because I've done a lot of meditation. Stillness, silence, breath, all of it. This wasn't something I went looking for spiritually. It kind of found me through my body.
Shoulders back, southpaw stance.
What I love about Supernatural VR boxing is that you put the headset on and the room disappears. Your phone is gone, your to-do list is gone, the edges of the world are gone. Targets are coming at you fast enough that you don't have time to think. You either respond or you miss. There's no trying to be present. You just are. I mentioned that this is a perfect exercise for Enneagram Type 5s. 5s live in the head, observation, analysis, watching from a safe distance, but growth for a 5 means moving towards healthy Type 8 energy, embodiment, decisiveness, outward action. VR boxing forces that shift. You can't stay in observer mode when something is flying at your face. Your core has to engage. Your body has to decide. Your attention has to move outward. It's not abstract growth, it's physical. From a nervous system perspective, this makes perfect sense. Your eyes, hands, breath, and balance are all doing the same thing at the same time. There's no excess input, no clutter, no background noise competing for attention. The environment is spacious and minimal on purpose.
Aren't a lot of them, so we gotta make them count. Every single cross, pivot that back hip forward, and deep into those back toes. As always, the music is our drive. So let's let our intentions drive with it. Bring it back to home base now. Hands up on guard, so we're set up for what's next.
This has been especially helpful for my ADHD brain. There's nowhere for my attention to leak. I can't scan the room, I can't get distracted by visual clutter, I can't just check something real quick. The world is simple. Target, breath, movement. That's it. And that simplicity is incredibly regulating. And then something else unexpected happened. I started getting insights. Not while sitting quietly, but mid-movement or right after a session. It's the same way people get ideas while walking, showering, or driving. The body moves, the mind organizes afterward. Thinking happens best when the body's doing its job. So here's the reframe I really want to offer. If still meditation doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean you're broken. It might mean that your body needs to lead. Presence doesn't only come from silence.
Find the power in those crosses right from the top. Right foot is leading, left foot follows. When we shift to the left, reverse that. Keep working with that beat, champ. That's why I picked the song. You can't help but move those shoulders. Southpaw.
For some of us, presence comes from engaged movement, especially movement that demands just enough attention to pull us out of our heads. Quick reality check, this isn't for everyone. If you have significant motion sensitivity, unaddressed neck or shoulder issues, or medical restrictions that make it unsafe, this may not be your tool, or it may need modification. So this isn't medical advice. It's an invitation to notice what your own nervous system responds to. But if you're someone who's been told to just sit still and secretly felt like that advice was never made for your brain, you're not alone. So make sure to subscribe if you want more body-first ways to get out of your head and into your life. Also, it might not be obvious at first, but VR boxing is also good for your liver. All that pivoting and ab tightening helps to squeeze stagnant blood and bile around. Not to mention, it really helps with lymphatic draining. So it's not just your heart and muscles that benefit. And for more tips on how to love your liver more, check out my new book, Booze to Balance. And my 30 Ways to Love Your Liver videos.
Right into the sand on these final pivots. Come on.
Feeling those legs.
Athlete, we loved having you with us.
Way to work hard. Now let's take it to the cool down.